morning and welcome to the Hemet San Jacinto Student of the Month Breakfast. My name is Karina Chum. I'm here representing Altura Credit Union, as well as I sit on the Student of the Month Committee. The purpose of this program is to recognize and to honor students for their character, their love of learning, their commitment to academics, in addition to their involvement in school and community activities, and or their ability to overcome difficult life circumstances in a setting that honors God, our country, family, community, and free enterprise. Before we get started this morning with our program, I'd like to invite Pastor Jeff Johnson from the San Jacinto Assembly of God, who will lead us in prayer, and Andy Anderson from the Hemet San Jacinto Chamber of Commerce, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's nice to see you. Let's bow together. God, we thank you so much for the opportunity to gather today and to celebrate. You know, we come through the holiday season and everything is busy, and we kind of welcome the routine, but today these opportunities around tables and to hear the different students' lives is anything but ordinary. And so, God, we thank you for their lives, and we pray, Lord, your blessing upon them, and that their stories would speak something into our lives, something that we could take away that would move us forward. So, God, we just pray your grace over this whole event today. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
I would ask you to please join me in pledging allegiance to our great nation. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And we all know a huge important part of what makes our program run as smoothly, and we're able to have this beautiful breakfast here at Sizzlers and our gorgeous dinner at Saboba Country Club is all thanks to our sponsors. Without their donations, we wouldn't be able to have what we have today. Not to mention these wonderful backpacks. If you've looked at your list, you'll see gift sponsors. And those are all the wonderful gifts you get today. I mean, that is just awesome. This is a community coming together saying, I believe in our students, I believe in our future, I want to help and donate to the Student of the Month program. Now for the portion of the program that we all came for, and that's for the students. So we're going to start with the first high school. And kids, we want to hear your stories. We want to know what schools you're going to, what life has brought to you, your challenges, how you've made an impact to your community and to your school. So we normally want to cut the time on the principals and the teachers, but not on the students. This is your floor, your podium, your mic. Please talk. So thank you so much. And for the first school, I'd like to call up Hemet High School, Dr. Emily Shaw and her students.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I'd like to especially thank the sponsors and all the dignitaries for coming tonight or this morning to help us honor our student. Hemet High School is proud to introduce to you Hunter Riddell. Hunter was nominated by Kelly Duggins as being she's an amazing student. When we put out the nominations, Hunter was selected by all of our staff as the nominee for Hemet High School. Hunter's a two-sport athlete. She plays for our award-winning volleyball program as well as our softball program. She's an excellent student. She's an avid student. Miss Duggan said that she's one of those students who's often overlooked for her excellence. So today we'd like to recognize her for being an excellent student and an excellent representative of Hemet High School. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Hunter to tell you a little bit about herself and to introduce her guests. Thank you.
Small, so I'm gonna have to move this down. Okay. Hello, my name is Hunter Skylar Riddell. I'm representing Hemet High School today. With me I have my nominee, Kelly Duggins. She's one of my old coaches for volleyball. I also have my mom, Shannon Buckley, and my dad, Christian Riddell. So, they gave us a little paper, so I guess I'm gonna go off of this paper. But so basically about me. I am a dual sport athlete. I do play volleyball and softball. For softball, I've been on varsity for the past 3 years. And for academics, I have also been in the top 10% of my class at ranked 19 out of like 586 students, I'm pretty sure. I think that being a high academic student as well as being in two sports is a big contribution to my community as well as my school because I get to represent and hold the title for Hemet High and put a good name to our school. Hopefully after high school, I plan to go to college, whether in Colorado at Colorado Mesa University or in Virginia at the University of Marymount, which school I haven't yet decided yet. I still have a little bit more time for that. But I plan to hopefully become a forensic psychologist and later work for the FBI, specifically in the BAU unit. Okay, the BAU unit is the behavioral analysis unit. So it's people who get together and they take the crime scenes and get to put together the evidence to help solve crimes and get in the minds of the criminals. I find that interesting. The most significant life lesson that I have learned through the past 4 years of high school have probably been time management. Being a member of the Disability Awareness Club, as well as multiple AP classes, also the 2 sports, and being I take music lessons as well for the piano. Every single extracurricular activity I have, as well as my academics, it can get really piling and stressful, especially as a senior, with the time ticking down to graduation. But I mean, time management has really, for me, learning time management has been the biggest accomplishment. Being able to juggle together all my activities has made me more of a well-rounded person, and I feel like I can apply that to myself and to my future dreams and goals. I am very fortunate to not have faced any big challenges that I've had to overcome from the support of my family, from my mother and my father. They have forever given me endless amount of motivation, support, and belief from day one, and I couldn't have done it without them. I want to thank you all again for nominating me for this position. I'm very grateful to be receiving this award, and thank you, everybody.
Just real briefly, I first came to know Hunter 4 years ago as a volleyball player during summer ball. Whereas the other kids were really nervous as freshmen, Hunter was the opposite. She was smiling, energetic, and fearless, even as a little freshman. I was impressed with her from the moment that I met her, showing a strong determination and drive for the sport that was eagerly awaiting for her to explore. Now, over the years, I have seen Hunter take these talents and strengthen them, on the court and off. As a student and athlete, she has become a strong leader to her peers on a daily basis, taking charge of difficult situations with ease. Hunter has always been an extremely dedicated and determined young lady that is not afraid of challenges or failure. It is through her hard work, determination, and talents that we are honored to know a young woman like this, and I have the utmost confidence that she will achieve anything that she aspires.
We first want to thank everybody for the nomination and everything for Hunter. She definitely deserves it. 30 seconds isn't enough time to tell her how much we're proud of her and all that. So, I was thinking that it's kind of a way to let you know about your plans in life and the other 6 nominees that are here today. All these adults in this room, you probably had a good plan that you thought for your life at high school, and you were going to accomplish it. That's what you were going to do. For me, I was going to be a game show host. Unfortunately, I'm not. But we have all these wonderful plans, and you guys have these goals. Shoot for those. If you don't achieve those goals, God has a plan for your life. So just do your best every day. All the success and all the failures you have in life are going to build your character. That's what makes you who you are. So we're very proud, and thank you for this opportunity.
I just want to thank you again for this wonderful opportunity to support and recognize Hunter and all her accomplishments. We're so very proud of her, and so very sad that she wants to go to college so far away. But we support her dreams and ambitions, and I know she'll do very well, and she'll become an FBI agent in the BAU, and then we'll never see her. So, but congratulations. Thank you again for honoring her, and go girl.
Now I'd like to welcome up from West Valley High School, Dr. Alex Ballard and his student. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct honor this morning to introduce a very fine young lady, Miss Nadia Linsky at West Valley High School. As educators, every educator in this room will agree with me. We have seen every kind of student come through with every configuration of motivation and intelligence and character and integrity. And there is no magic formula for what it is, but every educator in the room can say, we have seen kids who have it, that it will make them successful, and that it is the kind of person that we want to come back to our valley. Nadia has the proverbial it to be incredibly successful and to foster in us a sense of pride as educators and as community members. Nadia Linsky is an amazing young lady with a GPA, far north of 4.0. Known to almost every teacher on our campus, not because of what she says, but what she does, which is an indicative of her character and integrity and just her overall presence and poise as a student. I'd like to introduce to you this morning, please give a warm welcome to Miss Nadia Linsky.
Thank you, Dr. Ballard. I would like to introduce Mr. Dawson and my parents, Cynthia and Scott. I'm asked to present what I contribute to the school, and I would like to say that what I do is not specifically something that can be described. I mean, there's things that I like to do tutoring, and I like to help with community service and helping with the students at school. Within the community, I like to participate in whatever I can and contribute to opportunities that give me the chance to interact with the people. Also, with my family, I hold family values very close to my heart, and I really take a lot of consideration into what my family thinks and what they do. And they've been a really huge contribution to what I have become and who I am today. So far as that, they have also influenced my future career along with school. I plan on majoring in chemical engineering, which from what I've heard is a difficult topic to go over. Also, some of the schools that I plan on going to, it's not going to be easy considering that they're out of state, and this is my time that I'm going to be alone, and after so many years of being with them, it's going to be a whole new experience, and I'm just excited for it. Yeah. Well, it's like a new adventure that I'm willing to go out and explore, and I'm just so happy that I can do that. Two of the schools that I want to go to, one is kind of far reach. I would like to go to UT Austin over in Texas, which is not that far, but there's also MIT, which has, wow, it's just known for it's so hard, I'm sorry. But yeah, over in Massachusetts, I thinking about going out of state, so that's kind of a new thing for me. I'd say a significant thing to bring to you when you go to college is, as says before, time management, but along with time management, try not to stress out. I find that when you don't manage your time and you start stressing and you go at it and you can't deal, you don't function properly, and that's why I try to keep what I can contained. But the problem is there's just so much that I have to do, so much that I have yet to do, and I want to do it, and I feel like I don't have that time. And that's something I've been working on. I've been trying to develop my time management. That way when I'm an adult, beyond college, I can actually take that with me and manage my life and not stress, or at least try to not have high stress levels. On giving back to my community, I feel like with going into engineering, I can do that. Engineering is such a broad spectrum. It's been around for so long, going back to like medieval times, the Renaissance. You have like major architects that are going into that as well. Like you put that science into that. I feel like you can do something with that, specifically with like chemical engineering. I hope that I can go into the fields of something that can benefit the community, such as like biomedical sciences, or developing like fuel that's much better for us. I mean, it's kind of hard to decipher what I'm going to do now, considering that I know little of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. I would say my biggest obstacle was a long time ago, but it made me who I am today. When I was younger, I was almost held back. I wasn't doing very well in school, and I was struggling a lot. I was having trouble, and I couldn't get through. And so my parents, thank you, they decided to put me through a tutoring program in which I would like to thank Sylvan for that. They completely turned me around, and I came back a new person, eager to learn, ready to take in what I have and apply it to the world. And I hope that reflects off of not only my family and my younger siblings, but also my school and others who are who are just as willing to learn, if not more. So, in conclusion, I would like to thank the sponsors. Thank you for supporting us, and I wish all of you luck.
Morning, everybody. I'm Nadia's AP English teacher, and I just want to say I'm profoundly disappointed she's not going to major in English, just to start out, because she's very talented. So, whenever we're asked to do the Student of the Month thing, I actually don't enjoy it in a way, because there's so many talented kids. It's very hard to choose which one would be deserving of that. So what I generally do is I look at first of all, I'm going to pick an AP kid because they're challenging themselves at a higher level. And then I look at the lists, and I kind of narrow down a list. And so then I came up with Nadia's name. And so then this is why I picked her. And it's not going to be crystal clear, but I'll try to make it clear. I told her that I had picked her for Student of the Month, and she said, why me? And so that's partly why, because I have a tendency to pick the kind of people who would be surprised by their choice. We have kids, many of them are intelligent, check, she hits on that level at a very high level, but that's not the only reason, because we all know that intelligence doesn't guarantee you success. So I made a list of it, and basically she came up high on everything. She's very cooperative with other kids. She's never arrogant. She tries to, I've seen her in her own quiet way, try to help others. And we set up a mentoring thing with analysis of test results. And if you go by her room, she's quietly kind of like trying to help others. She's that old cliche, half of life is being there. Her attendance is like, I don't know, have you been absent the entire year? Yeah, once, twice? Yeah, something like that. She's there on a consistent basis. When you look at her work, and to me this is probably the best hallmark of success, is I almost don't have to even grade her work. I'm not cynical enough to not grade it, but it's like I just go, oh, it'll be an A. And then I look and I go, yep. Yeah, and so her consistency and her effort, it's like she's not going through the motion. She's putting a part of herself into what she does. And then, so basically it's just excellence, and it's just the entire package. And I love the fact that, why me, the humble part of it, because, sometimes when you get a group of AP kids, there may be one or two of them who are a little stuck on themselves, and I find it a little more, probably that humbleness is probably something that can help propel you to, being successful in the world. So when you take the whole package, although she's quiet and she's not she's not loud, she doesn't draw attention to herself, she'll make a part of whatever she does a little better just by being herself. So that's why I nominated her.
Good morning. I'll keep this short. We're just, as the day as parents, we're extremely proud of her, and it's been an amazing ride watching her grow up and develop as a person and a student. And we know when she gets on to college and goes into chemical engineering and works her way towards that, we know she's going to be extremely successful. And I'd like to thank you guys for the nomination. We're very proud. Thank you.
Thank you for nominating her. It's amazing. It's an opportunity that not many kids get, not many parents do get as well. A lot of parents, they just pray that their kid makes it and wakes up and goes to school. And with her, it's always, Mom, I gotta go. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. She's always been on top of her homework. She's never had a problem. We don't have to say, hey, you can't go out tonight because you gotta stay home and do your homework. Her homework has always been her priority. Her education has always been a priority. And we're thankful for that because she's been a good kid since she was young. We never had to yell at her, scold her, and say, you're being bad. We just got very fortunate. We're very blessed with her. We're very proud of her, and I am so excited. And also, I'm very depressed because she is my first baby that's going to leave me. So I'm kind of like, what am I going to do when she isn't there anymore? Is she eating? Is she doing this? But I have to just trust that we raised her the right way, that when she gets to college, she's going to be responsible enough to take care of herself, and she's going to also be able to, do her thing. When her thing is just getting her education taken care of, because that's what she's done. She's always been that kid that gets it done, and I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Derek Gindra, principal of Talkwith High School.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here this morning to honor our students. What's that? Oh, we'll go this way. Everybody, there you go. Good try. So, welcome, everybody. I'm glad to be here to listen to everybody's story. I truly believe in the power of a good example, and at Talkwith High School, as we've heard from our sister schools around here in the valley, there are so many good kids that are out there that are deserving of honors such as these. But then there are those who kind of stand apart when looking and scrutinizing different lists and possibilities. When it comes to Samantha Robbins, I truly believe that she is one of our elite when it comes to example on campus, when it comes to her character and integrity. And I'm going to say a phrase here that I truly would like to convey properly. When I hear the word young lady or something of that effect, she truly is the epitome of what a young lady should be. And so when I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, here we are honoring Samantha Robbins, one of our best young ladies on campus, it is truly that. She is an amazing young lady who will represent herself, her family, and our school and our community in various ways throughout her lifetime. We are very proud of her and her example that she brings to Talkwith High School. And I'd like to turn the time over to our student of the month, perfect young lady at this point, Samantha Robbins.
Hi, you guys. So I'm Samantha Robbins. I brought today with me my teacher, Miss Har, my mom, Rachel Robbins, and my dad, Justin Robbins. My greatest contribution to my community is I've always grown up with my parents pushing me into doing things. They've always wanted me to be involved, so I've helped with coaching cheerleading, coaching volleyball. It's really been very interesting to do all the things around the community and with school. After high school, I'd really want to go into civil and mechanical engineering. Architectural engineering has been one of my plans since I was about 6 years old, I think. I want to go outside of California, like the other two nominees. Northern Arizona University and University of Louisiana Lafayette. Sorry, I get kind of. The most significant life lesson that I will take to college with me is definitely adaptability into different situations. Being a lifeguard and being in the different schools that I've gone to when I was growing up has definitely helped me to deal with different people and to also help learn what I need to do in those situations to become successful, to become what I want to be in that type of environment. A personal story, there's a lot of different things that have gone on with me in my life. I've also had a lot of health issues, so with my family always being there, they've helped to support me through all that, and yeah, sorry, Ms. Har.
This is very bittersweet. I've known Sam since 8th grade. For the last 2 summers, we've gone away to yearbook camp. I see her 3 times a day. She's in my AP literature class. She's also my student tutor, and she's my editor-in-chief of the yearbook. So not having Sam for the past 4 years, and then she's going to be graduating, it's going to be very difficult. She is my little apprentice. She tells me when things are good, when things are bad, but she's also very dependable. And it's very hard to pick somebody for Student of the Month, having so many wonderful students. So whoever pops in my mind first, that's it, because that's who deserves it. And she was the one. She is, what can I say? She is amazing with the yearbook. She was a junior when she became the editor-in-chief, and people listen to her. She has a commanding presence. Even though she's tiny, she is very large when she needs to get something done. I stress a lot about it, and all of a sudden I will hear, Sam, what am I gonna do? Ms. Hart, don't worry about it. It'll be taken care of. And 24 hours later, everything is taken care of. I'm the adult, but she acts more like one than I do. So I'm very lucky and very blessed to have somebody like that. But also in literature, I had her as an honor student in 10th grade, and she struggled a little bit. And then seeing her in the senior year and how she has progressed, and when she comes up and goes, look, Ms. Hart, you gave me an A. No, sweetheart, you gave yourself an A. She worked that hard. She, sat down, did her pre-writing, she thought things out, and she looked at it in a different way, in a more mature, insightful, and poignant way, and it showed through her writing, and she's one of my most favorite writers to read. And so I'm very lucky with that, and it always makes me giggle when she says, you gave me an A. I don't give you anything. You give it to yourself. So I like that she always has that in her mind that, people give her things, but I'm trying to teach her that she actually gives them to herself. And she's also very powerful with the ladies, like Mr. Ginger said. I try to empower my ladies and my girls in my class to do something great, and hearing something which is a typical male profession in civil engineering. She's actually won awards from Jostens for graphic design layouts for yearbooks. And I don't think she even realizes that she has a special talent for it. And we all do, though, because we use her layouts. We just use Sam's layouts. Just let Sam do it. She'll figure it out. So I think that's why she's become editor-in-chief at such a young age. But we're so proud of her. This is my Sammy girl. I'm going to miss her. She's been with me for so very long, and I'm so excited, though, to see her grow and adapt and do wonderful and amazing things. So thank you.
Good morning. I had to write this down because if I didn't, I'd never get through it. We're Justin and Rachel Robbins, Samantha's parents. And we have a minute to give you a glimpse into Samantha's life and what Samantha briefly touched on with her health issues. What most people don't know about Samantha is that she came into this world a fighter. She was born with a rare condition called EATF. Within 6 hours of birth, she would undergo her first of many major corrective surgeries. A multitude of minor surgeries would follow, with more hospitalizations than I care to recall. And still, to this day, every single meal for Samantha is a struggle, with more proposed surgeries in her future. But does she let this hold her back? Absolutely not. This little fighter just keeps on fighting. She's been an honor roll student her entire educational career. She shows great leadership skills as captain of her volleyball team, captain of her water polo team, captain of the swim team, and editor-in-chief of Yearbook. All this despite her ongoing health issues. We know that Samantha is going to continue to amaze us. The fight in this young woman is strong, and we could not be more proud of our little girl. Thank you, Ms. Har, for nominating her. And thank you for choosing her as Tahquitz High School's Junior Student of the Month. That's it.
Okay, I'd like to call forward Principal Dave Farkas from Hamilton High School.
First of all, thank you to the sponsors. We thank the sponsors every month when we come in here, but it is truly amazing how everything gets pulled together for our students to recognize their achievements. And also, thank you to Karina for putting this all together and keeping us all organized. Today, we have a superstar team coming down from Anza. We have our social science and many other things. Miss Moan, our social science teacher, Miss Moan. Our student of the month, Courtney Fox, and her mom, super mom and super #1 go-to substitute teacher up on the top of the hill, Miss Michelle Fox. So we're very proud, and thank you all for coming down and making it here. Almost every student of the month this year has been a student that I've known from their middle school time, so I've known them for a while. But today's superstar is an exception. She's been in the Anza area and at the Hamilton K-8 school since she was in preschool. So I've had the pleasure of getting to know her and connect with her over the last couple years. And she is, like Mr. Dawson said from the West Valley School, she is a total package type of student. She is not #1 in her class, but she takes her academics very seriously, and she does well. But she also has that personality, the charisma, the sense of humor, and the team spirit that really help our whole school work in the various capacities that she's involved in. So we're very proud of her today. I'm not going to steal any thunder from her superstar teacher, Miss Moan. I'm going to pass it on to Miss Moan.
I'm going first because Courtney won't say anything good about herself because she keeps very, very low profile, which is one of the reasons why she's being chosen today. She's one of those rare students that flies under the radar, but when all of a sudden you start hearing about everything that's going on around the school, Courtney's name is the one that crops up all of the time. She has the respect of all of the teachers and all of the students. She's a leader, but she does it very quietly, kind of behind the scenes. She stands up for others who sometimes she feels have been treated unjustly. And I think she uses her voice because they haven't yet learned to use theirs. Courtney's been a student at Hamilton campuses since preschool. She's a member of the National Honor Society, ASB, the Interact Club, the Hope Club, CSF, and Peer Mentoring. She's also a member of the cross-country team, and she has played basketball and volleyball. And even with all of those commitments, she has been able to maintain being placed 12th in her class. outside of the class, just when you think that there's not enough time in anybody's life, she actually also contributes outside within our small community. She does volunteer work from the Heart Ministry. She's been active in the backpack giveaway every year for the elementary school, and she also hands out monthly meals to the community at the community hall. And she volunteers for the annual Christmas party where they do activities and give out presents to the local kids in our community. In the true spirit of her nature, Courtney's planning on pursuing a career in nursing. And she already has the necessary character in which to excel in that path.
Hi, I'm Courtney Fox, and I'm a senior at Hamilton High School in Anza. Throughout high school, I've played basketball, volleyball, and did cross country. I've been in various clubs, and I tutor Spanish-speaking students. I think my greatest contribution to my high school are my leadership skills and my positive attitude. My future career plans are to go to San Diego State University to get my master's degree in nursing, and I plan on working in a children's hospital as a pediatric nurse. Thank you, everyone, for your support and all the sponsors.
Hi, I'm Michelle Fox, Courtney's mother. I don't have a big speech. I don't have a big speech planned, but I'm just very proud of Courtney. This is bittersweet because she'll be leaving for college. And she's such a great contributor to her school, to her community. She's worked with the Friend of the Heart Christian Women's Ministries since she was about 7 or 8, always helping needy kids and tutoring children that needed it in school. Thanks. God, I can't believe this. Yeah, but I'm just really happy to see her recognized because, like Ms. Moan said, Courtney does stay in the background, and this is just something that she does deserve to be recognized. And that's all. Thank you.
Mom promised some emotional speeches there, and Ms. Moan said it best with all the accomplishments Courtney has accomplished in the last few years at our school. I signed off on the approval because I knew she didn't like eggs and she'd share her eggs with me. We see the news all the time and we say, oh, what's going on with this country and what's going on in our world? But then you come here and you see what the future holds, and we're very proud of all of you. Congratulations to all of our winners and keep up the great work. Next up is the principal, Tara O'Malley of Alessandro High School.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Tara O'Malley from Alessandro High School. For the Student of the Month Award, Hemet Unified rotates between 4 different alternative education programs. So in the course of the year, Alessandro gets to select 2 students, one at the beginning of the school year and now for the January for this award. So 2 students out of the 356 is pretty tough selection. And we battle it out in our staff meeting and to talk about all the wonderful deserving candidates. And Haley Marshall just rose to the top of the list when we were considering her for this award. Haley came to Alessandro last year as a junior. When she went to school in 9th grade, she earned credits, but she did not earn any credits in 10th grade. So she came in a year behind. And Haley has been working extremely diligently. She has taken advantage of every credit recovery opportunity. You know, lately, Haley, though, I haven't seen you much at school, you know, but I guess that's what happens because on January 14th, Haley graduated. So, congratulations. She has come back a couple times because we're working on scholarship portfolios and staying in touch. So we're so very proud. You're going to hear some outstanding things about Haley. And I want to start with the teacher that nominated Haley. her advisory teacher, Shirley Nelson.
Yeah, when I nominated Haley, everybody else just kind of, yeah. I've never had Haley in a class other than advisory. And our advisory group is nice and we're almost like a family. And when Haley first joined us, I thought, ooh, here's a quiet young gal, and I looked and she needed a year of credit to make up. And I thought, well, we'll get a plan. And so as I got to know her, I found that she thinks right, she does right, she's respectful to herself, to others, she's responsible. We got a plan. Never once did I hear an excuse about anything. Never an excuse, always a plan, and if it had to be modified, let's do it. And she was just real quiet and slowly started branching out, and I'd ask her, Haley, can you help with this or help with that? She was on it. It was great. She was, I don't know what I would do without her. Actually, I'm finding that out. Since she's not an advisory, but she's just blossomed into a wonderful young lady, and I do say young lady, and she makes a difference. She made a difference on our campus. She made a difference with her quiet, gentle way of just showing and guiding and helping. And I just know that she's going to make a difference throughout her life, and I'm just so blessed that we have crossed paths. So.
Hello, my name is Haley Marshall, and I'm an early graduate as of January 14th, and I'm here with my sister and my mom, and I love her to death. And I'd like to begin by saying that I believe I've had a lot of great contributions to my society. I volunteered at Smarts Academy, tutoring elementary students and helping them get caught up in homework and studies and whatnot. And I believe spreading what knowledge I can is extremely important, and education is a value that we need to instill upon each other. And we're all intertwined, and we all need to work together, and we need the balance of give and take between us all. And that has to do with my biggest lesson that I learned through high school, which was I lost my grandma, and it really broke me down mentally, and educationally I wasn't working as efficiently. After I realized that my grandma wouldn't want me throwing away my smarts over her, I didn't. So I found Alessandro and I got caught up, and I worked super hard, and the love and guidance from my grandma will be passed on through to my loved ones. And she'd be really proud to see me pursue my passions in college, which is study anthropology and psychology, because, as I said before, I cannot stress enough that the importance of broadening human minds is crazy. Like, I can't get over that. Like, it's really important to me, and I can't wait to start my life with this wonderful opportunity. And I'd like to thank the sponsors and everyone here who has come, and good luck to who is left. And thank you.
You can do it, Mom. I'm going to try. I wasn't going to speak because I knew I was going to be emotional after that. Haley didn't touch on the fact that she also has a sister, another sister, who suffers from depression and has attempted suicide several times. So she also went through that as well, trying to always push on. And she did it. I knew she would do it. Ever since she was a little kid, we knew she has an old soul trapped in her body. She's not your typical teenager, and I couldn't be more proud of her. And I just am so grateful that she's been honored
today. So thank you.
I just want to say that I'm so proud of my sister. She has a crazy wild heart and a gypsy soul, and I know she's going to go crazy places and do crazy things. And I'm just so proud of you, and I know she's going to change the world somehow. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we need a couple boxes of Kleenex next time. So thank you again to all the sponsors making this event possible, the lives that you touch by showing that you care about the future of our society through these kids. It has a rippling effect, so thank you so much. It is my honor, it is time to hear about wonderful things about what's happening in San Jacinto School District. So it is my honor to introduce Dr. Frank Jimenez and the San Jacinto High School Student of the Month.
Good morning. Thank you again, Sizzler and the Chamber of Commerce for this wonderful event. I have an honor today of introducing one of our finest, Esteban Gonzalez, his avid teacher, Ms. Sheila Miller, and his parents, Maria and Jose. Esteban is truly one of our best at the high school, and proof of this is his 4.2 GPA, one of the few in this valley of having been honored with the Riverside County Seal of Multiliteracy, and also an AP Scholar with honor. These aren't limited just to the classroom. He's a member of the National Honor Society, a member of MECHA, member of Interact, member of the Leo Club, Talent Search, and being a star representative from the AVID program. I personally have read some of his comments on a separate nominee for the Bill and Melinda Gates scholarship that he's up for currently, and his story touched me. We met together as an admin team at San Jacinto High School, and we were convinced that this year's nominee should be Esteban Gonzalez. So at this time, I'd like to introduce his teacher, Ms. Miller, to therefore introduce this year's month award winner, Esteban Mendoza Gonzalez.
Well, thank you for this honor, and thank you for taking the time to honor all of the nominees today. But I have to say that Esteban obviously touches my heart and the staff at San Jacinto High School. He embodies what AVID stands for. Advancement, he takes AP classes, really pours his heart and soul into every assignment he completes. He doesn't just complete an assignment. He learns the material. He goes above and beyond. Individually, you'll hear some of the challenges that he's had to overcome, just like many of the nominees here. But really, individually, you couldn't find a person who has integrity and honesty and character like Esteban. His determination is off the charts. He's faced a plethora of challenges that I can't even imagine myself. And I'm just really honored to have him here today and be able to tell you how fantastic he is. He is my go-to person. He is a presenter for me constantly. And if I ever need somebody to represent the AVID program, he is always willing and there for me.
Hi, everybody. I want to apologize if there's any food in my braces, but you can stare into my beautiful eyes. I want to thank everybody here today, my parents, my teachers, Dr. Jimenez, and the Chamber of Commerce for helping me get to where I am. And I'm going to start talking a little bit about myself. When I was 7 years old, I had a liver transplant. After leaving the hospital, I had a lot of tubes hanging out of my body, and I was pretty handicapped for a while. So I said, okay, sports aren't for you, Esteban. So I decided to dedicate all my time to clubs and community service, and I realized it was a great way to be distracted from whatever was going on in my head. And what I learned from is that you have to work hard to get out of any situation you're in. And my junior year, last year, I was in 3 clubs activities, and this year I've doubled it, +1. I'm in 7 things now, so awesome. And I think what I've learned from high school is I love to speak publicly. I'm that awesome person every day that says the announcements, and everybody has to hear my voice. It's great, right? And I love it because since I wasn't able to do sports, I can do something where I'm still recognized, and I'd like to thank Dr. Jimenez for that. And that's pretty much all I have to say so far. Thank you for hearing my story, and the food was good.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carla Adame, just here to translate on behalf of Esteban's mother and father. Si quieren pasar.
Buenos días. Yo quiero decir que Esteban es un niño muy inteligente. Como él dijo, desde que tuvo su trasplante de hígado, él dijo que él quería ser cirujano para ayudar a los demás como a él lo habían ayudado.
Good morning, everyone. Like Esteban said, he's always been a very intelligent boy, and ever since he was in the hospital, he's always said he's wanted to grow up to be a surgeon.
A nosotros le decimos pues que le eche ganas pues al estudio, si quiere ir a la universidad y si quiere ayudar pues a las personas. Yo le quiero decir a él que yo me siento muy orgullosa de él y pues que en la escuela, en la universidad, ahí está su futuro. Y gracias por ayudarlo.
And what I've always told Esteban is to try hard and to give it all he's got with his studies. And if it's his intention is to help others, to keep that going. And I just want to tell him that I'm very proud of him. And thank you all.
Good morning. Mi nombre es José Mendoza. Yo vengo porque me siento orgulloso de mi hijo que a pesar de que estuvo en la cama de un hospital, se supo superar a hacer su trabajo, a hacer su tarea. Y me siento muy orgulloso de él por estar aquí. Si no fuera por él, no estuviera yo aquí.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just here today because I'm very proud of my son. Regardless of the fact that he spent many months in a hospital bed, he's here today, and therefore he's the reason why I'm here today. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today, so I'm just very proud of my son. Yes, thank you.
Thank you again, Esteban. It's now my honor to introduce Mr. Cliff Weaver, principal of Mountain View High School.
Thank you so much for the amazing generosity reflected in this room. Our student of the month, Diana Lamas, she came to us at the beginning of last year. At that time she was very polite, very pleasant, but she had a very problematic relationship with her cell phone. And she did not progress as quickly as she might in her junior year. This school year, apparently over the summer, she had a breakup, not seeing her cell phone anymore. She came and she was focused and very dedicated. She became the poster child of the warrior way. She's present, she's prompt, she's productive, and she is polite. In fact, she graduated last week, a full semester early. So we're very proud of her, Ms. Diana Lamas.
I came here with my mom and my best friend. She didn't come up though. Okay, my name is Diana Lamas, and I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for inviting me here today. I also want to thank my parents for all their support, and the principal of Mountain View, Mr. Weaver, and my teacher, Mr. Shepard, that came here with me today. In 2013, I started my high school at San Jacinto High, but I wasn't really prepared for high school, and I fell behind in my grades. I decided to transfer to Mountain View High School to catch up on my credits so I can graduate on time. When I first came to Mountain View, I didn't work too hard at first, spent a lot of time just fooling around, but after many conversations with my teachers, I realized how important my education was. I started doing my classwork. When I was at Mountain View, I changed my life around. I became a really active student and did a lot of community service. I worked with the staff and helped other students and teachers. In fact, I graduated early in January of this year. I learned that if you don't try to accomplish your goals in life, then you will not be successful. I plan to attend Mount San Jacinto College next semester. I plan to enroll in the nursing program. because I want to help my community. I believe that people should work their hardest helping other people, and because of this scholarship, I will be able to do just that. And I want to thank everyone that came here today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Art Shepard. I'm was her English teacher, but she graduated last year. I have a coin right here, and on the back of it, it has it's a 1922 silver dollar, and it has an eagle with folded wings on it. And you say, why? Well, every year we get students who arrive, and they're like eggs, and we don't know what they're going to develop into. And when they crack, we still don't know. They're without feathers. But slowly but surely, they identify themselves. Well, Diana is an eagle, and her wings are folded, but she's ready to fly. When I first met her as her English teacher, like Mr. Weaver said, she was a person who talked on her telephone a lot. She had a whole circle of friends, and they didn't do a lot of work in the classroom. But in the second semester of last year, she started working really hard. And what really impressed me about her is that she had a circle of friends who also didn't work. But when she started doing her assignments, working, really, taking on, questioning how to do this, how to do that, her friends did the same thing. When they wanted to have conversations, Diana would just go, and she would start doing her work, and they would start doing her work. And I'm so impressed with her. Students who I didn't think would blossom that way, they have. And I'm so proud of her, and her friends are starting to do really well too. That's why I nominated her as a Student of the Month. Thank you.
So it's my pleasure this time to invite up to the podium once more, Karina Trump.
Thank you. And aren't you guys excited as I am to hear the wonderful stories? Our students are awesome. And yes, they came from our valley, and they are making a change and a difference in our school districts and our community. So thank you guys so much for sharing your stories. We appreciate you opening up. Normally we have challenges with students sharing their stories, and you guys did great. So thank you. And I am so happy to be here in a room amongst young, awesome students. In your backpacks that you're going to get today, you're also going to receive these pins, and you can't see them from where you're sitting, but it says Hemet, actually it says that there, Hemet San Jacinto Student of the Month program. Wear them proudly. Share with your fellow students how you obtain this. Be a support to those students that are struggling and need your help, because we all been there. We all know what it feels like, and if someone is having a bad day, there's more to that story. So embrace them and help them, and be a ear to listen. Thank you so much, and again, congratulations.